Deep Space D6, one of my favorite solo games, and I figured why not do a playthrough? I have some time. So the idea is, in the box, you have 4 spaceships you can choose from. There are 6 dice, or 7 die. One is just a plain old D6. This is called the threat die. And then your other dice with the special symbols, these are your crew dice. Now you got to take you and your crew through deep space, and you have to defeat the entire threat deck until you face the big boss at the end of the game. Once you defeat all the cards of the game, you win. If your ship ever hits 0, you lose. That's pretty much it. And let's just start playing the game and you'll see how it all plays. So let's go ahead and start the game by pulling 2. We have an internal threat, and here's our second one, and it is a boarding ship. So cloaked threat. After you roll the threat die, if you roll a 2, roll it again. And we have a boarding ship, -2 hull. However, I can send a tactical to take care of this. So let's go ahead, roll our dice and see what we got. Okay, so we got 1 locked. And now I have 2 commanders. That's good. So I'm going to go ahead and use these 2 commanders to convert these into tactical. Actually, you know what? I don't even have to fire on it. No, actually I am. I don't want to send it to the infirmary. I was thinking of getting rid of this card quickly, but whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and give it 5 damage, which takes care of that ship. So now I pull a card, and it's Robot Uprising. The AI has gone insane in the ship, and it is attacking our crew. So let's go ahead and roll the threat die, and it's a 2. And we have to send 1 crew to the infirmary, and we have a cloak threat, which if you roll a 2, you got to roll it again. And it's a 1, and we have to send another 1 to the infirmary. Now I'm back down to 3. This is already starting to be horrible. So let's go ahead and roll our dice. Okay. So we have another thing that's locked. Now I am going to need my guys back. So I am going to use the commander to create a medic, and the medic is going to return all of these guys. However, we have to pull one of these, and it's another internal threat. It's a time warp. All threats recover 1 health. It's also a 2. So let's see what happens. It's a 3. So I have to send 1 to the infirmary. Luckily, I didn't roll a 2. So we're good to go. Let me put 1 on deck. All right. I gotta beat this. Oh no, and we got another threat card coming. So it is a fighter. Goes down here at the 1. So I am gonna stop the robot uprising with the engineer, and I am going to get rid of cloaked threats. So there we go. So now we have time warp, which isn't a big deal. So we got to pull a card, and it's a meteor. All right, that's hurtling towards our ship. It's going to give us super damage. I rolled a 6. Nothing happens. Put 1 on deck. All right, so let me go ahead and roll these dice. Now we're in business. Let's return this guy, and let's go ahead and knock this guy into outer space. And kablamo, I got 2 medics and a science officer. So I could put a stasis beam on this, but I don't think I am. I want the meteorite to hurry up and hit. So we're done. Let's go pull our next threat, which is another internal, and we cannot assign commanders. All right, but it's okay. We still have all of our dice. Let's go ahead and roll. We have a lock. All right, so I am going to assign this guy to get rid of, to fix the comms. Comms are fixed, so now we can assign this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and assign these. I'm going to go ahead and attack. That will give this 3 damage, brings it down to a 1. So I'm going to use this to change this to that. So the meteorite, we get rid of it. It is going to give us 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool beans. And now we have to pull another threat card, and it is an orbital cannon. Cannot be damaged unless it's the only threat. So this is a threat. So I got to get rid of that time warp before I get rid of that. So let's put that guy on deck. And it's a 5. Nothing happens. I collect my dice and I roll. And now I got another commander, and I got 2 of these guys. So that takes care of the time warp. So now this guy's open for business. So I'm going to take the commander, and I'm going to change the science officer to an attack. Or you know what? Maybe I should keep him as a science officer. No, you know what? We're just going to get rid of this guy because he's a pain in the butt. So there you go. Orbital cannon is the only threat, so we can take care of it. And then I'm going to use a medic to release that locked die. Then we go ahead and pull another internal threat. And it looks like one of our crew members has gone under some psychotic spell and a little psychotic breakdown floating in deep space. And he's distracted, so we have to send a couple of medics to bring him back. So I think what we're going to do is roll our dice and try to get this guy back. All right, and we did. All right, so 2 medics. I got 1 medic. I'm going to use this guy to turn. No, actually, I'm going to repair the hull with this guy. And then I'm going to use the science officer to bring up our shields. So we're back to a pristine ship. And then I'm going to take this guy, turn him into a medic. And that will take care of our distracted crew member. All right, so we're going to pull this guy. And another internal, but it's not a threat. Boost morale. That's great. So let me go ahead and roll. If it's a 6, it discards the card, but it's a 1. So we're good. All right, so now we got to roll the dice. And we have rolled nothing to lock. So these are all useless because I don't need to do anything with the ship. So let's just keep them there. And now I have to pull a card, and it's a rescue soldier. So that's good. Again, no threats. So let's go ahead and roll the dice. It's a 3. It was almost a 6. So that's cool. Let me put that guy on deck. All right, let me go ahead and roll the dice. We have 1 sensor that is locked, but it's okay. I could return him, and the rest is done. They don't do anything. So I go ahead and pull this. Don't panic, nothing happens. That's our first one. All right, good move. Oh, let me go ahead and roll the threat die because that might eliminate the boost morale, which I don't want eliminated yet. Let's go ahead. All right, so we got 1 guy locked. Oh, I forgot to roll this guy. All right, we got a science officer, 2 science officers. They don't do anything. I'm going to use a medic to return that sensor, and Captain just stays there. And now we pull Corsair with a health of 2. Now I got to roll the die. It's a 1. Nothing happens. Put this guy on deck. And now let's get rid of this Corsair. All right. Okay. So we are going to hit the Corsair. I'm going to go ahead and make 3 damage, 3 lasers. Kablamo. Goodbye, Corsair. And the rest of these guys do absolutely nothing. So let me go ahead and pull a threat. We have Space Pirates. Roll the dice. 6. And we do lose this card, unfortunately. Boost morale. And the Space Pirates hits us for 2. 1, 2. Okay. Womp womp. All right. So we're going to take our dice. Roll them. Oh, we got one locked. One sensor. Okay. So let's go ahead and take care of these Space Pirates. And unfortunately, I don't need all these engineers, so they're going to be returned. Space Pirates are blown out of the sky. And now we have an interceptor, which is definitely going to hit us at least once. 3, it does hit us because there's just so many options for it to hit us. So we're going to put that guy there. Now we're going to roll all these guys. Here we go. Medics. No medics. Bam. Well, we can fix shields. So we're going to go ahead and fix our shields. We're going to go ahead and hit this guy for 3 damage. That takes care of him. And once again, a lot of engineers. Of course, when I'm going to need engineers, there won't be any engineers. And we got another interceptor. So let's roll. He's probably going to hit us with a 4. Absolutely. Hits us for 1, but we can handle that. It's a nice ship. And yeah, we're all done here. All right, no more sensors. And we didn't roll any sensors. So I'm going to use this guy to unlock that guy. And then I'm going to hit him for 1, change this commander to another one. That's 3 damage for him. And I'm going to use this science officer to heal that guy. All right, so now we pull our next, which is a single fighter with that will give us 1 hull damage. It's a 3, so nothing happens. Pretty good so far. I think we're going to make it to the end of this. Let's go. Oh, lots of medics. I don't need that many medics. In fact, I don't need any of these guys. So he's gonna, we gotta pull another card. It's a Corsair. So I hope we don't get a 4. Of course, I am gonna roll a 4 now that I said that. It's a 6. So we do get -2 hull. 1, 2. And let's put that guy there. So let's see if I can't generate 3 tactical. Oh, in fact, I've done the opposite. I have generated a card, and it's panel explosion. I cannot assign engineers, which is fine. I can't, I don't need any engineers right now. So this is going to be returned. And, I'm going to recharge my shields with the science officer, and the rest of these guys don't do anything. And now I pull another card, a strike bomber. That's nice. Here comes the damage. And it's a 1. Nothing happens. Excellent. All right. So put 1 guy on deck. All right. Here we go. And good. No, nothing bad. So I can't assign these guys. That's okay. So I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to take this commander, turn this guy into a tactical. So that's 5 damage. So these guys are 4. This guy's a 1. So kablamo. They're all gone. Excellent. And now we have invaders. Oh, that is not good. There we go. It's a 4. So we have to send 1 unit to the infirmary. So now we're rolling with 5 dice. Put this guy on deck. And we have 1 guy locked. And this is not good. This is not good, but I'm going to use this guy to return that guy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the commander to turn this guy into a tactical. And I'm going to put 1 tactical on there. So we are going to be down 1 guy, but this might work out. And this guy I can't do anything with. So now here comes some hijackers. I could get rid of them with 2 commanders. Let's go. It's a 2. Oh my goodness. So another guy has to go to the infirmary. That's not good. All right. So let's put another card on deck. So this is not available. These are, so I got 3 dice. Yeah. I already rolled the threat die. Okay. And there's my second guy here. That's great. So that returns him. I am going to change, use the commander, change him into a medic, and he will return all of our dice. So we're back to being awesome. And another 4. Oh my God, if we roll a 4 or a 5 here, we're going to take 5 damage right off the bat. It's a 6, so we do take 3. 1, 2, 3. That's not good. Put another guy on deck here. All right, but we got all our dice. That's what's important. Families together. Okay, so we got 1 tactical, and we got a science officer to fix our shields, and we got these 2 guys, which will convert these 2 into tactical. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give, I'm going to give this guy 4 damage. Got 5 damage. I'm going to blow up that ship, and then I'm going to give this guy 1 damage. And then we have to flip this, and it's a 2. Oh, it's a strike bomber. Send 1 to the infirmary. Oof. Oof, maron. And it's a 2. Send 1 to the infirmary, and I lose 1 hull. Okay. That was fun. So let's go ahead and continue. Oh, he's in the infirmary. Damn, how quickly we forget. All right, so 1 is locked. All right. I can't assign this guy, so he's done. Of course, I can always change him. All right, Commander, you are going to change this guy to tactical, which will hit this guy for 1. And then we're going to repair our shields. And then this medic is going to return that sensor, pull a new card. We have a assault cruiser, which is going to be a -4. All these have 4. These 2 have 5. This might give us some really bad damage. And it's a 3. None of them have a 3. Thank you. All right. Good times are coming. All right. We're halfway through the deck now, I think. Somewhere around there. And we still have 2 more. Nothing happens. So let's go ahead and roll our 4. Let's try and get our guy out of the infirmary. And we can. That's great. So our guy from the infirmary comes back. We are going to change these 2 dice here into tactical. So that gives us 3 damage that we could distribute here. So strike bomber, goodbye. You're not sending any more of my guys to the infirmary. And I got 2 left, so I'm just going to give 1, 2 damage to the hijackers. Or maybe, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give 1 damage to him with the remaining 1, and then the other 1 I'm just going to give to him. Right? Yeah. Okay. We'll just play that. I don't know if that'll be a good idea in the end or not. Raiders. Okay, so this will give us -1, and it ignores shield. So this is going straight to our hull. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. It's a 3. Nothing happens. Excellent. All right. Now we get the family back. And we have 1 guy locked. All right. Now we don't have any... we don't have any saviors here. Okay. So we do have a commander. And I can change this into a tactical. And I have a tactical here. And let's go ahead and use some stasis beams here. So we're going to put a stasis beam on this guy. And we're going to put a stasis beam. Doesn't really matter which one. I guess that guy. All right. Yeah, they're both the same, 4 or 5. Okay. So we got these covered. Oh, I got assign damage. We got 3 damage. So I am going to go ahead and deliver 2 to this guy, 1 to this guy. There you go. So that was kind of a waste. So I'm going to put that guy in stasis. There you go. Yeah, let's just do that. A little bit of retro fixing. It's fine. It's legal. Now I got to pull this card, which are Raiders. Again, ignore shields. And it's a 4. So let's see what happens. 4 or 6. Oh, 4 or 6. It's a 4. All right. So we do get 1 to our hull because they ignore shields. Oh, that's not nice. So let's regain all our dice. Here we go. Shkablamo. I'm going to use this guy to return that guy. We're going to go ahead and use a commander to change this to a tactical. So I got 3 damage. We're going to take care of the hijackers. That's 1. I got 2 more. Let's take care of the Raiders. There we go. And then I got 1 stasis. I'm going to give to that guy. And now we have friendly fire. And now we have to send these 2 to the infirmary because immediately send all tactical to the infirmary, then discard. That is sad. That is sad. Damn it. Okay, that's all right. So now we roll. Well, we don't have to roll. There's nothing here that can hurt us, so it's 5. Put 1 guy on deck. So let's get these guys back. All right, 4 dice. Oops. 4 dice. All right. Okay, so we got 1 dice locked. That's not good. We have no medic, but we are going to get a medic now because we're going to convert the science officer to a medic, which will release these 2 tactical guys. And we have a science officer here, which is going to tell these guys to shh. So now we pull. We have solar winds. Oh boy. Solar winds. And we roll, and it's a 6. Nothing happens. All right, so we take our guys here. Let me get this guy ready. All right. We're almost through the deck, and we got another guy locked. All right, so this guy's useless. Can't use him. I got to start getting rid of that guy. But I think what I'm going to do is assign. Yeah, I think I'm going to assign this guy as a medic. So he's going to take care of the panel explosion. And then this guy's going to be a stasis. And that's all we got. So now, a nebula. Our shields are completely offline. That is fantastic. So let's go ahead. This guy here. It's a 1. So the nebula loses 1 power. So we did survive that potential damage fest with the stasis beam. So we roll, and we have, oh boy, this guy to return this guy. You have a couple of science officers. Guess we'll put that guy in stasis. I can't repair shields. I want this to go away, so I want it to do its thing. And this guy, I can repair now. So we go back up to full hull. And now this guy comes out, and it is, oh my God, Rescue Telepath. Look at the next 5 cards in the threat deck. This is the most useless card in the deck. I don't know how that's beneficial. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll. It's a 3. So the nebula is destroyed. Shields come back online at 0. And we put one guy on deck for the next round. And now we gather all of our available dice. And let's go. All right. All right, science officer, fix the shields. Ship is back to being pristine. Let's change one of these guys to a tactical. Let's start giving this guy some damage. And then, you know what? Let's give him another damage. Kablamo. And that gets rid of him. Beautiful. Now this card comes out to bounty ship, destroys shields, and it gives us -1 hull. Fantastic. And look, it's a 2 and a 2. Isn't that great? It's a 5, so nothing happens. Holy macaroni. How does this work? So this will give us 5 hull and then discard. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one says destroy all shields and then -1. So which one? I think this hits first. Yeah, so this hits first. We're going to go with that. And then this one will apply. All right. So let's see if we can't get rid of this guy. Okay. So let's roll our dice. Oh my God. All right. So this guy triggers. We're going to put one on deck, but this guy triggers right now. And it looks like one of our science officers is having an existential crisis. So we're going to have to use an officer to cure that, which I have right here. So let's go ahead and cure that. That's nice. So that's gone. And we do have another one locked. And all we have left is a commander, which does absolutely nothing. Bupkis. So now we pull our next threat. Nothing happens. There's our, I believe, second one. That is our second nothing happens, or it could be our third. I can't remember right now. So let's go ahead and roll the dice. It's a 3. Nothing happens. Let's go ahead and try to get rid of this bounty ship. All right, nothing gets locked. That's cool. So we got 2 guys there. This guy's a commander. So we're going to use a medic to return that guy, turn this guy, and that is 5 damage. Goodbye, bounty ship. Nice knowing you. Thank you for playing. And that's it. So the friendly fire is gone. So we know that. And we have found a little tiny fighter who is nothing to us. But he does have a 2, which is the same as Solar Wind, and nothing happens. All right. So let's take all of our available dice and roll it. And we're almost done. All right. So we're going to take this guy and turn him into him. Just get rid of this little fighter. And then we're going to do nothing else with the rest because everything else is fine. So let's go ahead and pull. Put this one on deck for the next round. A scout with a health of 3. If you lost hull this round, lose an additional hull. All right, let's see if a 2 gets rolled. It's a 4. So we're good. All right. Well, okay, we got 1 locked. That's okay. I could unlock him with that guy. Can't do anything with those guys. So I'm going to take this guy, turn him into tactical, give him a damage, pull one of these. Oh, it's another shield. Oh my goodness. So I can't hit anything until I get rid of this guy. Shield platform protects all external threats. All right, so let's go ahead and roll the dice. It's a 1. That came close. Let's go ahead and put this guy in deck. Get rid of these guys. Oh, no. That's not good. Okay, so we got 2 sensors. We got one of these guys. We got this guy to bring one of these guys back. I'm going to turn this guy into one of these based on the commander. So now 3 damage. We're going to get rid of this guy, which allows this guy to be attacked. Roll the threat. It's a 3. Nothing happens. And oh no, sorry, I'm going too fast. I have to pull a card. No, wait a sec. Yeah, I have to pull a card. Assault cruiser. Sorry. So I rolled a 3. Nothing happens. All right, I'm moving a little bit too fast here. That's okay. We're done. Okay, let's go ahead and roll these guys. Another one gets locked. We're going to release that guy. We got 2 tactical. That gives us 3 damage. So let's get rid of this guy for 2 and this guy for 1. And I think we're good. Reveal a threat. It's a destroyer, -3 hull. Oh my goodness. It's a 5, but we do take 2 damage. 1, 2. This guy's on deck. All right. So let me take these guys. Oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is rescue telepath. Sorry, not rescue soldier. So I'm going to use this guy to re-roll this. Okay, it's a science officer. We're going to use a science officer to restore shields. Put this guy here. I think that's all we got. All right, and this guy's going to be a stasis on the destroyer. Well, let's go pull a card. Nothing happens. There it is. Our final nothing happens. And it is a 2. Solar Winds comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We take damage. Solar Winds is gone. This guy's good. Yeah, I think we're good, right? Put this guy down. And let's go roll. We got 1 locked. This guy will turn him. We are going to repair 1 hull. We're going to repair all the shields. And there's nothing I can do with the rest. Maybe I could use this rescue telepath just to get rid of it. Even though it's useless, I'm not going to look through the next 5 cards. And put that there. And now we pull the threat card. And it is a bomber that could send one of our boys to the hull, to the infirmary. It's a 6. Nothing happens. We're getting really lucky with our threat rolls. We're rolling threats or whatever they're called. So that's good. So now we have all our dice. Let's start getting rid of some of these guys. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take you and this commander to change this dice to these 3. And stasis on, say, this guy, and this guy's useless. So I got, what is that, 5 damage. So I could give this guy, I'm going to give, hold on. What am I going to give what? I'm definitely, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to sign that yet. Hold on. I am going to take care of both of these guys. All right, and so these guys are 4 damage. They soak up 4 damage. This guy soaks up a 1. Put a stasis beam on him. There you go. And now we found a mercenary. If no threats activate, -2 hull. Yay. 5. No threats activated, so guess what? It's a -2 hull. 1, 2. All right. 1 guy on deck. All right, let's go. All right, so we got a couple of laser beams. That gives us 3, which can take care of this guy. Then I'm going to take this guy, turn him into that. I'm going to use this guy, blast this guy, and you know what? I don't even need this guy because I got 5 damage here, so it's 3 and 2, 5. Kablamo. Nice work, Captain. And now we have a pandemic on board. And it's a 5, so if we roll a 1, we would have had some sick crew members, but a science officer or a medic can take care of this pandemic. No problems. And we have plenty of guys here who can take care of this pandemic. And that's it. We got nothing else. We almost got a Yahtzee on medics. Okay, so we roll this. This is second last card. It's a Warbird, -3, and it ignores shields. We definitely have to get rid of this guy. It's a 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our hull is down to practically nothing, halfway down at least. And we have 1 lock. And you got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. So I'm going to use this guy, the medic, to return that. So I got 3 science officers. So I'm going to use this guy to repair 1 point on the shield. You know what? I'm going to use the science officer there. And that's it. That's all I got. So let's see what this guy is. Space Pirates with 2 health. Go ahead and roll. It's a 5. Nothing happens. All right. So the good thing is we still have all of our dice. So we are at the end of the game here. So 3 damage, which is great. Takes care of these 3 guys. Perfect. Wiped the board. So I'm going to repair our ship with, I'm going to convert this guy using the commander. This guy, this will give us 3 points fixing. So 1, 2, 3, and here we are. This is what I want. And this guy's useless. We have a pristine ship. So what we're going to do is, hold on a second. It looks like the battery died on my camera. So let me go ahead and charge it and restart. All right, sorry about that. My battery died on my camera. So we're good to go. This is where it was from last time. So let's go ahead. It was perfect timing because we're about to spawn our final boss. And when the boss gets spawned, even if you have cards out, if there's no cards to pull, the boss gets spawned. And you only win when all the cards are gone. So the good thing is we've eliminated the threat deck just in time. So now we're only going to deal with this final boss. So let's go ahead and start putting out these cards. So let me start with the top one. So with 4 health, we have the core. And it says if you roll a 6, you have to send a unit to the infirmary. When this is destroyed, however, we win the game. The entire ship blows up. All right, next at 3, we have Hydra cannons. Let me just move this out of the way. We have other Hydra cannons. And we have 3, we have a missile array. Now the missile array gives us 3 damage and it ignores shields. So that's pretty dangerous. And then we have an attack matrix. And the attack matrix is brutal because you're going to roll the threat die 2 times. So I'm just going to put this here to remind me. This is just a little token with the number 2 on it. And finally, the barrier, which is the biggest pain in the butt because the barrier is like a force field and it protects the entire ship and you can't attack anything on the ship until this is gone. And if you roll a 5, it will regenerate. All right. So we've pulled our threat decks. So now we have to roll the threat die. And because of the attack matrix, we have to roll it twice. So let's see what happens. All right. We got a 5 and nothing happens except the barrier comes back if it was out of play. It's not, so nothing really happens. So now we have to roll our second time and it's another 5. So that's it. Nothing happens. So now we take our available dice and now we're going to roll and let's see if we can't give this thing some major damage. And it looks like we can. So what I'm going to do is we don't need, well, I guess we could play a stasis. Let's go ahead and this one. So the missile array, we're going to put a stasis on the missile array, even though we can't hit it. we can still put a stasis on it. So we're going to avoid damage from that. There's nothing I can do with the engineer, but I am going to turn this engineer using this commander into a tactical. And these two tacticals are going to come in. So now I can't do anything with that commander. So now I got 5 damage to distribute amongst all of these. So the first thing I have to do is hit this for 2. So now I got 3 damage left that I could assign to any of these. So the force field is down. And now I am going, well, I'm going to go for the core. So that was worth 2. I have 3 left over. So this brings the core down to 1. Nice. All right, so our turn is over. So now, because of the attack matrix, well, you know what? Maybe what I should do instead, so I took this out for 2, so I have 3 left over. Maybe I should take out the attack matrix, because we're going to roll this twice, and if a 5 comes up, this is going to come back. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to destroy the attack matrix so it's out of the game. And I'll put this here for now. And my final point of damage, I'm going to give it to the core. So let's just do this. So the core is now 1 less. So now we're the final boss is only going to roll once instead of twice because we took out the matrix. I think that's a better play. So let's just go ahead and roll. And it's a 1. So we receive the hydro cannons hit us for 2 each. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So our shields are completely down. And that's it. So now it's our turn. So now if we could hit this for 3 damage, we win the game. Let's go ahead and roll. Oof, we got 2 locked. That's not good. And, oh, sorry, that goes there. And I'm going to use these 2 to return these 2, and then use a tactical to hit the core again. So it's down to 2 health. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and roll. Hopefully we don't roll a 5. We've rolled a 3. So, oh, I forgot to re-roll this one. Hold on. It's a commander. So I can't do anything with them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So it was a 3 that we rolled, and this gives us another 2 hull damage. 1, 2, and that's it. So we take all our dice, give it a roll. Hopefully now this is the end of the game and we could score 2 tactical. And we got 1 tactical, and we got a lock. So I'm going to use the medic to release that guy. Fortunately, well, we have engineer to repair 1 hull, and we have 1 tactical. This guy just won't die. And now the core moves down to its final point of health. And that's all I can do. So here comes the threat die. Is it going to roll a 5? Oh, it rolled a 6. Okay, so the core has sent 1 die to the infirmary. So I'm going to be down a die for the next, for the next attack. It's a good thing that we don't have any of the threat deck guys out, because that's where it really gets hairy. But I think we're going to win this game. So let's go ahead and grab our dice. And this might be it. This might be our final roll. And it is 3 commanders and 2 attack die. And guess what? The core is blown up. Everything else doesn't matter. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and spend this guy to make it official with 5 damage directly to the core. And that's it. We have won Deep Space D6. That's the way it's supposed to be. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.